Hey, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Bull City Hangout 1016. I'm Pat Murray. I publish the Durham Skywriter. That's Durham's online community paper. Check it out in its entirety at durhamskywriter.com. Now, with Bull City Hangout, oops, dropped my glasses. With Bull City Hangout, I tell you what's happening today in Durham, and I do invite you to click on that link right there on the Durham Skywriter Facebook page. I do have a scheduled guest, so can't wait for that. So anyway, let me retrieve my specs. Just drop them on the floor here. There we go. Put on my specs and move my keyboard so that I can make room. Let's see me get comfortable. All right. So I'm going to start out with the word page, and I might cut some of these announcements short because I want to give my guest enough time to, to visit. So basically, the word page is the government and nonprofit information page. Lots of programs and services being offered by local nonprofits and also city, county, state government. All those programs are really great. You can sign up for them, and you might even find a place or two to volunteer at. Siri, stop. That was rude. I wonder what set Siri up. Oh, maybe I shouldn't even say the word. Let me continue. I don't even know if you heard that. Okay, so anyway, let me just read just a couple of items from the word page. Let's see, how about I'm going to check on, let's check on Durham Tech Small Business Center. Oh, I do need to point out um, that the Durham County Libraries, today is Thursday, so that means the Durham County Libraries are only open, I shouldn't say only, but they're open until 6. They reopen tomorrow at 9:30, and then Bragtown reopens at 10. All righty, let's see. And let's see if there are any classes being offered by the Durham Tech Small Business Center. I don't think there's going to be anything in person at the center, which is downtown on Main Street. But I think there are probably some classes. Let's see. Yeah, nothing until next Tuesday. So let me go ahead and check for classes that are being offered across North Carolina. Totally free. They're great classes. Let's see. Oh, here's a class. So these are free. All you have to do is to click on the link for each one, sign up, and then they're live, which is nice, which means you can ask questions. Here's a class from 2 until 3:30. Roadmap to Success: Creating a Winning Business Plan. That's a good one. And here's another one from 4 until 6: How to Apply for a 501c3. So if you want to run a nonprofit, you probably need to attend this free class, this workshop. All these classes are online, so you might want to get some of the the beginning, the steps that you have to take to start a 501c3. And that again is going to be from 4 until 6. And oh, here's another one um, from 5:30 until 7:30: Manuscript to Masterpiece: The Art of Writing and Publishing. That's a real good one there. And that's from 6 until that is from 5:30 until 7:30. Here's another one, two more from 6 until 7:30: Selling on Instagram. That's a good one. One more from 6 until 8: Create with Canva, the intermediate edition. And Canva is a graphics program. You can design anything. They have all these templates. You can make tickets, flyers, brochures, entire websites, even video. Canva is incredible. The free version is unbelievable. You can do so much. It's the best graphics program ever. Now I don't mind paying. I have the pro version. The pro version gives you even more access to their different tools for making all of these incredible, like I said, tickets, brochures, flyers. I use it to build my ads. I use it for my announcements. Canva is incredible, absolutely incredible. Incredible. Let me continue because my guest is here. Scopy is here. Oh, Carolyn Wilkins. What? Whoa, everybody. Oh, people are just dropping in. Wow. Carolyn, let me put your comment. Carolyn is a childhood friend. Her folks and my folks were friends, and her dad was an attorney and president of Seaway National Bank. And Carolyn is all about jazz. She taught it. I think Carolyn. I think you're retired from Berkeley, right? But anyway, musician and jazz instructor, music instructor. Dave is here. Hey, Dave. Now, Carolyn lives in the Boston area. Dave is in the Texas area. And Dave is saying, Scopy, cast incoming. You know that's right, because Scopy always says Scopy is here when he arrives, and Scopy has arrived. He's going to be my guest. That's going to be very exciting. So let me rush now because I want to bring Scopy on. So let me just announce that that's it for the word page. We're going to jump all the way over to the Let's Go page because I want to visit with Scopy. So if you want to see what else is happening in Durham, just go to durhamskywriter.com. I'm losing my voice. I'm too excited. This usually doesn't happen, but boy, this is really exciting. Carolyn, oh my God. Okay, let me continue. Let's see. I am all discom. Let me go real quick. Okay, I know Scopy's waiting, but I do want to hop over to the Senior Scope page real quick and just let you know what's happening at the Durham Center for Senior Life. I thought I was going to be live streaming from there today because this is it just happened, the groundbreaking and ribbon cutting for the Lucas Legacy um, outdoor raised garden beds. So I didn't want to jeopardize because Scopy did say he was going to come on the show today. So I thought I better not jeopardize anything. Stay home and do what I'm supposed to do. Bring Scopy on as guest. So if anybody has pictures, send them to me and I'll post them in the Durham Skywriter. But let's see what else is happening at the Durham Center for Senior Life. 406 Rigsby Avenue, downtown. Free parking, free membership. They've got a theater. They've got workout rooms. They've got everything just about that you need. And let's see what's going on this afternoon. Okay. Thursday Bible study at 12:30. Afternoon bingo at 1. Open painting studio at 1. Connect Tech at 1:30. Learn how to use your new technology or your old technology. Sometimes the kids, grandkids, nieces and nephews, they give us older folks their old tech, and then you can learn how to use them at the Durham Center for Senior Life. They have acrylic painting at 4. Fitness Center and Tech Lab, they're both open for drop-ins from 5 until 7:15. Yes, the center is open late because it's Thursday, open all the way until 7:30. So if you're a 9 to 5er, stop by the Drum Center for Senior Life, 406 Rigsby, and get a workout, do some computer work, and then get home relaxed, nice and relaxed. They'll be playing Pinochle and Kings in the Corner. Those are card games. They'll be playing that until 7. Cardio and more at 5:30. And then evening tech support with Chuck. Chuck, again, he can help you with your tech, and that'll be from 6:30 until 7:30. Now, tomorrow, at the Durham Center for Senior Life, the DCSL Walking Club at 9. Now, if you have trouble with balance, but you still want to walk, you can borrow a walking pole from the front desk and then return it when you're done, which is really sweet of them. Open Art Studio from 9 until 12:30. Ping pong at 10. Tai Chi, this is new, Tai Chi for arthritis and falls prevention. That's at noon. And then, as you know, they have a theater. So let's see what they'll be showing tomorrow. Now, this says La Dolce Via. Now, I'm used to La Dolce Vita. Is that two different movies? It must be two different movies. But anyway, I think this is Spanish and not Italian. So I think it's La Dolce Via, which is that the Sweet Village? I'm not sure. But anyway, it sounds like a good movie. Check it out at 12:30. They give away free popcorn so you can get nice and comfortable and watch a really great movie. Let me check for special events real quick, then we'll hop over to Let's Go. Then we'll do the weather and then Scopy. Let's see, today's the 16th. Oh, like I said, the grand opening of the garden was today. And I think they're still celebrating if you want to run over there. Let's see. Oh, tomorrow they're going to have an introduction to Chat GPT class. That's going to be from 10:30 until 11:30 in the Tech Lab. You can learn all about AI if you're curious about that. And then the Trinity Band Fall Concert is tomorrow at 11:30. So you can enjoy a performance by the Trinity School Band during the lunch hour. That should be really, really nice. And then at noon, the Durham Access Service Information Session. So representatives from Bike Durham and Go Durham, they'll be explaining this free transportation service, including how to apply and how to determine whether you are eligible. Okay, and then postdoctoral students from Duke University, they'll be talking about what's happening at Duke, and that is the latest updates and developments in STEM. So this month's session will cover the benefits of awe. Don't ask me to tell you what that means. I don't know. You have to go and find out for yourself. Okay, because I don't know. They didn't explain it further. Let's leap over to the Let's Go page. Wait a minute, let me click and go to the calendar of events page. And I'm going to rush through this so that we can meet with Scopy because Scopy is here. Okay, let me scroll down to the 16th and let's see what is going on today. Let's see. Oh, it's the third. It is the third Thursday. Okay. If you are in need, if your cupboard or refrigerator is getting bare, you need help feeding the family. If you're taking care of the grandkids, stop over at the Community Health Coalition. They have their fresh produce and grocery giveaway today. It is third Thursday, so this is at 308 Crutchfield Street, Suite D, and that's going to be from 1 until 3. And they give away great food. I should know. I've been there as a volunteer and as a receiver of food. So 308 Crutchfield. So Crutchfield is that street which is just north of a hospital, Duke Regional Hospital. Can't miss it. The next street over, that is Crutchfield. So you can reach Crutchfield. You can get there on via Roxborough or via Duke Street. And that again is 308 Crutchfield Street, Suite D, from 1 until 3. Okay, now usually New Visions of Africa restaurant at 1306 Fayetteville Street, they give away food from 3 until 6, free meals. I'm just going to let you know that usually happens. It hasn't been happening this week, like I've been saying, because Sib is 80 plus years old. He might be having a bad week. So I wasn't able to check yesterday. But it seems that they're a little bit out of commission this week. So I'm going to check with Kasib, see how he's doing, and see if I should continue to announce the food giveaway. I know they had the grocery giveaway on Tuesdays. His volunteers were out there giving away food on Tuesday. And so I'll check and I'll let you know what's going on with that. Okay, the Fleet Feet Pony Run, that is today. So it starts at and returns to Ponysaurus Durham, 219 Hood Street, and that's from 6:15 until 8:30. So you can choose. You either run the 3 mile or the 5 mile route, and you run at your own pace. Nobody will be left behind. And that is again Ponysaurus, 219 Hood Street. Party of One, they're going to be having their free line dance class at W.D. Hill. That is right next door to New Visions of Africa restaurant. That is at 1308 Fayetteville Street, starting at 6:30. And tomorrow morning, as always, the Salvation Army of Durham, they have Free Food Friday, and that is from 10 until noon at 909 Liberty Street. So if you need some help, you need some food, definitely stop by. Hey, Durham County Department of, let me click on it. It says Department of Social Services, DSS. It said, oh, let me put the comment on. Hello, Durham Skyrider. Pat, hello, Durham County Department of Social Services, DSS. I'm a big fan, of course. So welcome, welcome, welcome. All right. So I'm almost done here. So if you are an entrepreneur, freelancer, remote worker, they have Friday co-working and networking social from noon until 5 at the Glass Jug Beer Lab. That's the one that's downtown, 545 Foster Street. You might be tired of working in isolation, so you set up shop there. So from noon until 4, you're doing your usual work. And then from 4 until 5, you're meeting your new co-workers, making new friends, alleviating some of that feeling of isolation, because I know what that's like. I work out of my kitchen. I don't feel isolated though, because I'm here with you. I do this every day and it helps me, hopefully, as much as it's helping you. So that is it for the announcements. Let me let me do my little intro for my weather report, and then we'll bring on Scopy. And this will interest Carolyn, because this is my music. Here we go. All right. So let's see. It's nice out. It's 64. Not bad at all. It's going to be sunny. Let's see. All afternoon. Nice. The high today will be 68. It's a lot cooler than it was yesterday, but that's okay. What can you do? So it's 68. That's the high. Now, tomorrow, the high will be 68 again and sunny again. Nice. Now, for the weekend, 75. That's more like it. So it'll be sunny on Saturday and 75. And Sunday is going to be a little off. 50% chance of rain, but we probably need it. With the high of 74, no worries. So let's bring on Scopy. Let me see if I remember how to do this. So I have let's see. Let me see if I can do this right. Okay. So I have it on dynamic scene. So do I do the transition first? Let's see. Oh, and Dave says he loves the intro. Thank you. So let me see if I'm doing this right. Okay. Watch. Here we go. Magic will occur, hopefully. Didn't do it right. Okay, wait. Okay, how do I do? Okay, wait. Add to scene. Okay, add to the current. How come it's darn? I'm supposed to be bringing you. Okay, wait. Dynamic scene. Add Scopy. There we go. So here we go. Boom.
There we are.
Scopy. Yes, you're on.
Greetings.
That was clumsy, but it worked.
We're here.
Yeah, so how are you, Scopy?
I am well. It is a busy time here in Durham, not just for me, but for everybody, and loving it. Getting to do it is what I'm saying. Like getting to be here
Absolutely.
is so wonderful.
And Dave is he's stealing what you always say. Scopy is here. Boom, fist pump. You know that's right. And we say woo wee. What are you
So,
thinking?
yeah. The first thing I want to say is there's a reason, and I told you this, Pat, when we were in person, why I say Scopy is here is because I believe that archiving is so important. Um,
Okay.
and I see you as one of Durham's premier archivists. And this is actually American Archives Month. So I want to
Oh,
acknowledge that
okay. I
and
didn't know.
acknowledge you as someone who is archiving the history of Durham. And
Thank
thank
you.
you.
Wow. Well, thank you. That was very sweet. I appreciate that. Yes,
Yes.
sir. So what I want to do is to ask you. Well, actually, no. First, okay. Let's pretend like we don't know who you are. So
Okay.
tell us who is Scopy?
Who is Scopy? So I was born here in Durham. I haven't always lived here in Durham. I
Oh,
was raised most in Vance County.
okay.
Um, and I'm a person who is happy to be alive. And but professionally, I work in crisis intervention, and I work for two local community-based organizations doing
Okay.
crisis intervention work. But also on the side, I'm a storyteller and a singer, and that's why I'm here today to share
Okay.
something that I'm a part of tomorrow on Third
Okay.
Friday.
Awesome. And I actually, you sent me the flyer,
Yes.
and I'm not the most technological person you've ever met, but there it is.
Yes.
Building access.
Yes. So what building access is, it's a class that the Durham Arts Council had commissioned, and it's facilitated by company Proximic Media.
Okay.
And it teaches artists and art organizations, nonprofits, how to navigate the art space from the lens of accessibility. Of if you are a artist with a accessibility impact, or if you're an organization that wants to be welcoming to
Mhm.
those people. So it teaches organizations how to make their art or exhibits accessible, and to make their building accessible for people, with different bodies.
Oh,
So,
so it's not for artists who need accessibility. It's for everybody, including people with accessibility issues, to access the arts.
well, it's both. The class itself was including both. It's
Oh,
artists in the class who are also looking to um, learn how to make money. Let's talk about it,
okay,
as an
okay.
as an
That's good.
artist, and to be able to advocate for yourself regarding accessibility as well.
Okay. Now I know that the Nasher Museum,
Hmm.
they have, I think, I don't know if they still, I need to check with them, but I know they had where people, like, maybe they have autism and they need for things to be a little calmer.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
then they had times when people with memory issues like dementia, Alzheimer's,
definitely.
they could come
Yes.
in and feel comfortable.
Yeah, it's a lot of accessibility, work going on in the art space, and it's beautiful.
Hmm.
So tomorrow at 6 p.m., there's like two events happening at once at
Hmm.
the Durham Arts Council.
Okay.
There is the Building Access is presenting a showcase, in which I'm a part of,
Okay.
as well as there is a opening for the art in the Durham Arts Council building from their students. So all of the students who's been taking classes there
Okay.
recently have their new art out. I was there the other day. We did the technical work through. It was really good.
Oh,
Um,
nice.
yeah, so that'll be happening, as well as our showcase, and there's going to be tables there from community organizations inside the building.
Ooh,
Um, but at 7 p.m.
okay.
outside in the courtyard, there will be a showcase where there will be three acts performing, so to speak. There's a couple, Jennifer and David Latham. They're going to
Okay.
be musicians. They're going to be sharing some music. We have a comedian who I can't
Mhm.
think of his name right now. Um,
Jonah Lewis.
say it
Jo-
again.
Jonah Lewis.
Yes, Jonah. Thank you. And myself, I'm going to be sharing a story and a song, a fable that I actually wrote. So
Ooh,
I'm going to be sharing my story and talking about some of the work that I'm doing in the accessibility and visual impairment space. So
nice.
that's just
I will
me.
definitely be there. Now, the flyer doesn't say, so I need to add that because they only have Jennifer Latham Robinson. So,
Yes, that's yes, yeah. She's the lead, but her husband is in her band, so he's like one of the people.
okay, so let me put his name too, and David Latham. Okay, now let me ask you, because you are a performing artist, and these other two, with them being a musician and a comedian, I would consider them performing artists. So I know when you're at a gallery or something, the visual artists, like
Hmm.
painters and stuff, sometimes they don't want things photographed. So when you're a performing artist, is it okay just because I'm going to be up there?
I get it. I get it. Depends on the moment of what I want. If you're asking me about what I
Yeah,
want, but
yeah.
when you're in public on the street, what can I do?
Because what I like to do, I like to do 1 minute videos
Okay.
where I show this is where I was, this is what happened, this is what you
Yes.
missed, and
You
then I
have
like
my
to,
permission if that's what you're asking.
yes, yes, thank you. Okay, okay, thank you. Now, folks, just to let you know, it is Third Friday. This is going to be part of Third Friday.
Yes.
So parking is going to be at a premium. I would suggest if you're going to the Durham Arts Council, if you can't park on one of those spaces on, let's see, where's the best place to park? I would suggest one of the parking garages actually, because
Yeah.
you're probably going to want to walk around because they're going to
Mhm.
have stuff happening in the Durham Arts Council, obviously outside the Durham Arts Council, and
Right.
then Five Points, through this lens, CCB Plaza, Museum of Durham History. So you might as well
Yes.
park at one of the garages, unless you want to just take one of the Gold Durham buses. Most of them end up downtown anyway, and then just walk. And that's free.
Yeah.
You don't have to pay for parking. So this is a suggestion because whenever something happens downtown, you have to mention parking.
Definitely.
You have to because it's not a given that you'll be able to just swoop in and just park wherever you want. You don't have to pay for parking after 7 though. Just to let you folks know who don't usually drive downtown. I'll probably hop on the bus though.
Hmm.
'Cause I'm just a regular girl. Just gonna be on the bus.
Makes sense.
So tell us about your career, though. You did tell me the last time I saw you at the
Hmm.
Elizabeth Street UMC community dinner.
Yes.
You told me that you're a singer and a
Yes.
fan of Maggie Brown. Love
I
that.
am.
Love that. Um,
The entire Brown family.
oh, yeah, indeed, right. Because there's Oscar,
Yeah.
RIP, of course, and
Mhm.
Maggie, her sister Africa, they performed
Yes.
together. So, but I didn't know you were a storyteller. How does that come about?
How does
And,
that,
and,
you know
and
what,
what,
it
and what
it
does that entail?
so
Being,
it really started my very first job I ever had. I was a teacher's assistant at Head Start.
mhm.
And so I would, your part of your job is to tell stories to the kids.
Yeah.
And so that started as a, part of my daily ritual of telling stories and being, loving doing that. And later on, as I, became like working out in the field as
Mhm,
an adult, I was facilitating groups for people who were in recovery and addiction.
mhm.
And so I started to bring that back. I was like, I'm going to bring the storytelling back to that population. And so I
Okay.
started incorporating storytelling into those facilitation groups. And after that, certain people would ask me if I would do it publicly, and I started doing it publicly.
Okay.
I
Nice.
used to really do like other people's stories, and now recently I'm doing my own stories
Okay.
and just playing with it.
Hmm.
And so, yeah.
Nice. I once went to a comedy club. They no longer exist. They were in
Hmm.
Chapel Hill, and they had people to tell give the backbone of of a story,
Hmm.
just like a short version of a story, and
Yes.
then the comedy troupe did improv comedy and brought the story to life.
Yes, I've seen those. Those are, it's a whole community out here of storytellers and, different, kind of communities that do it a little bit differently.
Okay, I really like that idea. And speaking of disabilities, I wandered. Well, not I kind of knew they were in there, but I sort of strolled into the. It just, oh my goodness, my memory. The big hotel downtown. The
The Marriott.
Thank you. Yeah, the Marriott. They for the past couple of Third Fridays, they've been
Yes.
having people with disabilities who are artists showing
Yes.
off what they make and selling. And in fact, I
Yes.
bought a. Is this the most adorable? It's a notebook,
Yes. Yes.
and
That market there they have. That will probably come up on tomorrow, telling people to go there, or,
yeah,
it's um
I have it
some
listed
of the
on
same
my
organizers are working who with the event that I'm a part of was there.
website. Okay,
So
because actually I went in there last time and I bought this from one of the art. And again, it's like a sticky notes, but it's
hmm
encased in a case. It's really cute. And I interviewed the artist.
Okay.
And so I'll be putting that up on in the Skywriter soon. And I interviewed her and bought one of her items, and just wanted to point that out. If you want to buy some really cool stuff, that's going to be also tomorrow during Third
Yes.
Friday at the Marriott, which is
Yeah.
right across the street from CCB Plaza. The cool thing about downtown Durham is small enough that you can pretty much walk anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
If it's a little
Yeah.
bit far to walk, the ambassadors have these vehicles. They're like purple, and they have
Right.
horns in front. I haven't seen them yet, but I heard that they have horns in front, and they'll take you. Like if you want to go to Golden Belt, which is
Right.
it's just maybe just far away that it's a little bit too far to walk unless you're
Yeah, I
really
agree.
healthy. And you can hop on one of their vehicles and they'll take you to Golden Belt. I don't know if they go as far as Hayti.
Mhm. And they have the scooters if you live in and you want to
Oh,
live.
if you wanna live dangerous, I shouldn't say that. No, but the scooters are cool too.
Yes.
You can rent a scooter. Uh, you know what? In Chicago, they have these rent-a bikes. You can
Yeah,
rent
I've
an
seen those
entire
in other cities.
bicycle.
They used to have that here in Durham at one point. I don't know what happened. I think.
Maybe they weren't as popular. Or
Yeah.
maybe Durham, maybe the market just isn't big enough to support both the scooters
Right.
and the bikes. I don't know. So I don't know. So this is going to be exciting. So the event, even though it does say, let me get this straight. Your event at the Durham Arts Council, even though the
Mhm.
flyer says, it says from 6 until 8, but the actual
Yes.
artist showcase
Is at 7.
will
Yes.
be at 7.
Yes, the first hour there are going to be tables there. There's going to be, the art for people to see.
Mhm.
They also have like audio described guides. So if someone who's visually
Okay.
impaired or has any
Okay.
kind of need for having the art described to them, there will be people there to walk you around
Okay.
for that. They're going to have some cheese and wine, those kinds of
Well, you
things,
know, to
and
be genteel. I understand that. Yeah.
and so, yeah. The other thing I wanted to mention was my support group. So I have a support group for people who are blind and visually impaired. We've been
Oh,
going for 5 years. It is called Living with Vision Loss in the Third Millennium. And
what's the
we meet
name?
living with vision loss in the third millennium.
That's a lot. Okay, let me write that down. The arts, the millennium. Okay.
And we meet on the third Sunday of every month.
Oh, you
Um,
write that down too.
and if you would like to join, then you would email me. Like we don't put our stuff out. We
Okay,
want to.
I understand. So did you? So actually, you can give me that information, and I can put that in the
Sure.
description after the show. Yeah.
Sure. But it's easy. It's just my email address, scopymosley@gmail.
Oh
So
no, there you go. Scopy Mosley at Gmail.
yes.
Okay, there you go. All righty. So, wow, this is a really great first time visit with you, Scopy. Of course, I met you in person, which is
Yeah.
wonderful, and I really appreciate you coming on Bull City Hangout. Anybody wants to, uh, you know, uh, come to be on the show, definitely you're welcome. I'm getting a message from Marwin 888. It says, "I want to join. Let me in."
Mhm.
That tone sounds a little aggressive, so I'm not really sure if you're
Mhm.
legit. So so try again because I do have a guest already. So or contact me. My email is right there across the screen, and let me know who you are because once someone who I didn't know appeared and they were very inappropriate. So I'm not
Mhm.
saying that there's any chance that you would be inappropriate, but you sound a little aggressive, a little demanding. So I do want to know who you are before I bring you on because I don't want to mess up the show. It's been such a great show with Scopy on. So
And I also want to say this is not my first time. I was on in 2021. I came. Huh.
you know what? You are absolutely yes, because that's right. I've been doing this for a minute, and Dave is saying, "Great job, keep up the good work, buddy." Indeed, yes, that's right. So what? This isn't the first time you've been on the show, and I do invite. In fact, I've had a visual artist like I forget his name, but he's a painter from Raleigh.
Okay.
And he came on the show and he gave us a tour of his studio,
Oh,
which was
great.
really slick. And I definitely invite people, to come on the show and do things. There was this one guy. He was from a company that made donuts. I think it was donuts. And I know this sounds crazy. So he's in Florida. His donut factory
Hmm.
was in Florida. He wanted to let me know and Durham know that the donuts from his company were being entering a new market,
Okay.
and selling donuts at Costco. And so somehow he knew about Durham Skywriter and said, "Yeah, I want you to announce that our donuts are now available at Costco." And I said, "Well, come on the show." And so he gave us a tour of his factory.
Oh, wow.
So
That
yeah,
could be a thing.
yeah. Actually, someone from the military came and gave us a tour of a Navy ship,
Oh, wow.
and they were out on the ocean. That was wild. So yeah, folks. So come on, Bull City Hangout. I'll definitely give you a shot. And again, Marwan, I don't know who you are, so I do want to, meet you first and have you on the show. Just let me know via email, because I'm not an unfriendly person, but I'm a cautious person because I've had inappropriate things happen. That happens with live streaming.
Hmm.
People take chances, and
Definitely.
sometimes they get burned, and that's happened more than once. So I'm a little cautious there. Scopy, come on the show whenever you like,
Sure thing.
and maybe explain to us the various ways that we can help people with disabilities gain access to the arts. There's an organization out of Raleigh, and they deal with artists gaining access to the arts as well.
Mhm. Arts Access.
That's it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. One of the organizers of this event is the former executive director of Arts Access.
Awesome, because they
Yeah.
used to have meetings at the DPAC before COVID. I don't know if they're still even doing this, but I know that certain days you could meet them at the DPAC, and
Yeah.
they would have these meetings. Again, I sometimes, I just lose, you know,
There's a lot to keep up with.
yeah. And with COVID, I have
Yes.
actually lost contact with quite a few people. So,
Hmm.
I'm still trying to get back in the groove, so to speak.
You
So,
do great. You're out there.
well, thank you. You know what? I enjoy this so much. I really do. I really, really enjoy what I'm doing. And I'm doing this for fun I now am referring to myself as, I'm not quite retired, a semi-retired journalist, because
Okay.
I am going on 70. And so, yeah, I'm going
Hmm.
to do this as long as I can do it. And even if I don't make money from it, which I'm not, I'm still going to do it because it's fun and I can see how it's helping people.
Yes. And you have the t-shirts to prove it.
I do. Actually, today's t-shirt actually is celebrating the Art Center Fest. How about that?
Yeah.
Centerfest is, I think it's the Southeast's largest, if it's not the largest outdoor arts festival, it's probably the one of them.
Okay.
I think it is the Southeast's largest outdoor arts festival, if I'm not mistaken. And I wonder if there are ways, Scopy, for Centerfest to make the arts more accessible to people with disabilities.
Oh yeah, they have some things in place.
So
Yeah.
I need to learn about them so that I can
Yeah.
promote that too.
Yeah. A
Because I
lot of these festivals, they have like sighted guides and, offer
oh,
someone to walk with people around, that kind of thing. So,
see now I didn't know that.
yeah,
Because see, I'm all about promoting, so I'm going to do better in terms of finding ways to help people with different situations to access everything that we have to offer here in Durham.
definitely. One of the things that I'm doing in February, and I'll send that to you, which is an audio described tour of the public art in Durham, and
Ooh.
having a discussion on the spirituality of public art, how it impacts our lives. So I'm going to be
Ooh.
describing, some of these cool downtown arts, especially the ones that are related to African American people, because it's February. And
Okay.
yeah, so that's one of the arts access events that I'm planning for February.
I wonder if you can connect with the Pauli Murray Center because we have more than one Pauli Murray murals.
Yeah, I'll definitely gonna spotlight Polly Murray on one of them.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, definitely do that. And people, I'm gonna say this. People always say, "Oh, are you related to Pauli Murray?" No, my relations here in Durham are on my mom's side. That's Harrison Atwater, and Murray, my dad's side. They're from Tennessee
Gotcha.
and Alabama. So no relation to Pauli Murray. Although my cousin used to live across the street from Pauli Murray. My cousin Julia Tapp, who just turned 101.
Oh,
She and her brother started Chicken Hut. She said she used to see Pauli Murray riding up and down the street on her bike when Pauli Murray was a little kid. How about that?
yeah.
So I don't want to take up your whole afternoon, folks. And Scopy, I know you're busy. So thanks again for coming on the show. That was so fun. Come anytime.
Likewise, it was really fun. We'll talk soon.
Okay, take care now. And
Bye.
folks, you have a great afternoon. And I'll see you tomorrow. Let me make sure that I'm live tomorrow. I think so. Let me check my schedule. Uh, whoa. Yes, live tomorrow at noon. So with that, I will say ciao for now, and I'll see you tomorrow. Ciao for now.